like I told everybody, Conor McGregor, in his fight with Floyd, Mike Tyson praises Conor McGregor, said he went 10 rounds with the greatest fighter in the last 100 years. We're gonna talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. Yeah, we working. Now, make sure you guys head over to Patreon. You don't want to miss anything. I will be shifting some of the content to Patreon or the YouTube channel members. To become a YouTube channel member, hit the join button next to the subscribe button. Patreon, link in the description. Now, let's talk about it. Mike Tyson, he recently did, really an interview on his Hot Boxing podcast, and he has a quote where he says, listen, he said, Conor, he never really had a boxing match in his life, right? He says Conor McGregor went 10 rounds against the greatest fighter, Floyd Mayweather Jr., the greatest fighter in the last 100 years of boxing. You're not listening to me. He went 10 rounds, scored punches against the greatest fighter in the last 100 years. So he said, that's a bad motherfucker. He said, look, what Conor McGregor had to fight against, and look what he did. Imagine someone that never had a boxing match and they boxed against me. If he went 10 rounds and I'm doing my thing, that's a bad motherfucker. End quote. So Mike Tyson is saying, he fought the GOAT, TBE, and he went 10 rounds. Listen, I covered that fight. I was there for fight week and all that. I really like Conor McGregor. I like what he's brought to combat sports. Definitely a spark. He has a sparky personality, and he's a good fighter. But I disagree with Mike Tyson, and that's my favorite fighter of all time. You guys know that. Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, Prince Nassim, Muhammad Ali. And I disagree with Mike Tyson. This is just my personal opinion. The reason I disagree with him, I'm not saying Conor's not a bad motherfucker, in his respective sport, but in terms of the Floyd Mayweather fight, I think it was cap. I honestly feel Floyd Mayweather was holding back, and he carried Conor McGregor. Floyd is too good, man. Floyd is too good. There's guys who are way sharper boxer, like Canelo, and Conor McGregor, if we're looking at it, did better than Canelo. But I think that's because Floyd wasn't fighting like his traditional way. You notice even after the Conor McGregor fight, people gave Floyd credit and said, oh, this was the type of fight that we wanted to see from him, and this was like the pretty boy Floyd, where he was more offensive, and Floyd fought that type of fight. I'm telling you guys, bro, he fought like that. He carried Conor McGregor. He knew he could get away with that against someone like that. Like, when you're Kobe, LeBron, Michael Jordan, you're levels above the average player. That's just what it is. All your years of hard work, experience, and stuff like that. So you could play somebody soft and play somebody lightly and still beat them, and that's really what happened, in my opinion, for Floyd Mayweather, because there's no way Floyd fought Conor McGregor and Conor landed, he didn't even really land much, bro, but he landed some shots, and he did land a very nice uppercut when Floyd was coming in. Floyd kind of underestimated him with that, so that was cool for Conor McGregor. But just all in all, I just feel Floyd has fought guys like Oscar De La Hoya. That's an Olympic gold medalist, bro. Cotto, lifelong boxer. These guys are all more skilled than Conor McGregor. So I really feel, and I said this from the beginning, like when I was at the fight, it's not a shade to Conor McGregor. I guess the world will never know if I'm right or wrong, unless Floyd comes out and says, hey, I carried Conor McGregor. But just knowing what I know about boxing, Floyd has fought way better boxers, and I don't think that Conor McGregor was doing anything so elusive or awkward or different that he was just so successful. You see what I'm saying? Like, Floyd has fought every style. He fought an awkward guy in Emmanuel Augustus. There's no way that Emmanuel Augustus, who is an actual boxer, and he was awkward as hell with the drunken monkey type style, there's no way Conor McGregor's MMA turned boxer style is more awkward than him or Pacquiao. And you see those fights with Mayweather and Pacquiao. You see those fights with Mayweather Augustus. Floyd wasn't even really throwing punches, in the early onset. So I think that was the game plan. That was the strategy. Conor McGregor is bigger than Floyd. Conor McGregor, is supposed to have some pop. So Floyd just felt him out, and then he did doghouse rules on him, and he started turning it up, putting punches together. He knew that his stamina is elite, and his conditioning is elite. And then he got Conor McGregor out of there. As soon as he started turning up, he started to pile it on. So, Conor McGregor, he's talking about he knows the blueprint to beat Mayweather, and it's inevitable that he rematches him. I think he's gonna go into the rematch and he's gonna be in for a rude awakening, because he thinks he fought the best version of Floyd, or the current modern, Floyd at this age, but I really don't think so. The other thing that I know personally, I know people that were in Floyd's camp for the McGregor fight, and Floyd was not even training like he trains for McGregor. Like, I don't even think Floyd Sr. was training him. If you guys remember, don't take my word for it, go watch. Floyd was at Ricky Funes gym, like Tengoose gym and stuff like that, and Floyd Sr. was in Vegas. And I think Floyd Sr., if you look at the time frames, I think there was times where Floyd Sr. was training certain fighters at like little Mayweather promotion shows at Sam's Town and stuff like that, and Floyd was just training himself, things like that. If Floyd were fighting a real boxer, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, he wouldn't just be training by himself. And I think he even said that he didn't even train for the Conor fight and the Tenshin Nasukawa fight. So he could say whatever he wants, Conor McGregor and Mike Tyson, but I know what I know, and I believe that. Again, I'm not even trying to shade Conor, because I again like Conor McGregor. I just don't think Floyd was fighting with the same intensity that he would if he had to rematch Canelo or anybody else. He knew what he could get away with. He knew Conor McGregor's tendencies. He knew Conor McGregor was an MMA fighter, and he let him blow his wad, pause. He let him get off shots and, kind of rope-a-doped him. False sense of security, and that was that. And then Floyd, as soon as he started turning up on him, it was a wrap. And I think he also did it for an entertainment purpose. Floyd gets paid. He might have did some weird stuff and bet on himself for a certain round. You see what I'm saying? So Floyd extended. I really feel Floyd extended the fight. Mike Tyson sitting up here praising Conor McGregor, saying he did so good and stuff like that. If Floyd was in top shape and trained hard and trained like he knew, I just feel like Floyd looked at Conor as a mark. He was a mark. This was an investment. This was an entertainment. He knew Conor would do his job at the press tour, selling the fight, and then the rest would be easy. He knew Conor couldn't fuck with him. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what it was. I really firmly believe that Conor McGregor, if he rematches Floyd and Floyd starts fighting him like Cotto made him fight, or Maidana, then Conor's gonna get done up even worse. Because Mayweather was, like I said, he was playing him soft. I really feel that he carried him. Let me know what you guys think. Also, sign up for ESPN Plus, link in the description. It does help the channel when you guys click on that link. ESPN Plus, home of a lot of exclusives, original content, BTS, and just different footage that you can't find. Get ESPN Plus as a standalone app, or bundle it, ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All three apps, one price, $12.99. And again, it helps the channel in a phenomenal way. Let me know if you guys agree with my assessment. Did Floyd Money Mayweather easy work? Did he carry Conor McGregor, or was he trying his absolute hardest and Conor McGregor was so much a bad motherfucker that Floyd had no answers for him and all this stuff, as Mike Tyson is kind of making it out to be? Again, this is not a shade to Conor McGregor. It's different sports for a reason, boxing versus MMA, and it is what it is. I would imagine most boxers that go over to MMA, except for Ray Mercer or somebody, would lose. You're playing at somebody else's rules, and it is what it is. So, at the end of the day, I give Conor McGregor credit for going in there and just risking his reputation, his name, and helping to sell the event, things like that, and giving it his best foot forward. Like, I think he really trained. Conor McGregor was training to win and stuff like that. But I think a rematch will be even easier. You can't give Floyd Mayweather, a master boxer, a second crack at it, you know, a second time to figure you out. So he knows all your moves and he studies that. He does that in the first fight. You know, within the first 3 rounds, he has all the data he needs on how you move and stuff like that. And so far, so good. 50-0, easy work. So I think the rematch will be even easier, especially because Floyd will probably be more, I think he'd just be sharper. He was coming off a long layoff, and I don't think he was training like that. I don't think he really rated Conor McGregor as a real threat to him. Floyd is the type of fighter where you have to, at this point, Money Mayweather stage, you have to make him fight. Like Maidana, Cotto, they made Floyd fight. They forced a tougher fight for Floyd. If Maidana couldn't get to him like Berto, then Maidana first fight and second fight would have looked like the Berto fight. You know, Floyd was playing around, sticking his tongue out at Berto's girlfriend, wifey, and things like that. You know, so he's not gonna expel a bunch of energy. He's only gonna use the appropriate amount of energy, preserve his body, and get that check. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna dig down in the deep depths. He don't have to. He's not gonna risk getting knocked down or knocked out on some fluke stuff, trying to bite off more than he can chew. You know, simply put, he's not gonna do those things. He's gonna do. He looks at boxing as, you know, almost like a calculation, a science, which it is, a sweet science. And based on the opponent and the threat level, that's what brings the best out of him. Like if you're an Emmanuel Augustus, Miguel Cotto, you know, Canelo, Oscar De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton, and you force a certain type of fight, or he respects your skill set, or you have power and skills and ability, then you're gonna get the sharpest version of Floyd. But if he feels that he can toy with you a little bit, like Berto, who's a good fighter, but I just feel like Berto's style, he knew, I don't know, I just feel like Berto didn't have the style to really beat him. He would have to throw a lot of punches, catch Floyd, and stuff like that. Same thing with Conor McGregor, even more so. He wasn't really a boxer, so he just knew Conor had nothing for him. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you love what I'm doing, smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.